Hey, what's going on, guys? Dru Manchu back again with another episode of the Dru Manchu Show. We got some bells and whistles this time around. Maybe we'll experience some technical difficulties. Who knows? But I'm going to get out there. I'm going to show you guys some books. Let's go ahead and we're going to jump into it right now. Hey, you guys can see right now I got a ticker going down at the bottom of the screen. I had a nice little intro there. We're using OBS for this video right here. I'm just recording right now. Hopefully I'll get the nerve up to go live and get some promotion behind this show and maybe see if I can get a chat going eventually. But right now we're just going to go ahead and see if we can't get through this haul without OBS crashing on me or me screwing things up immediately. Now be sure, while you're looking at that ticker, you're seeing a Blaster to Stash It live show every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. That is on Blaster Stash It comic show on YouTube, so be sure to check that out. I'll leave a link in the description as well. Maybe I'll figure out one day how to put a card up where you can click on it and just go there, but yeah, today is not that day. Let's go ahead and jump into these books, guys, should we? Number one, I got Archie 1941, number 3. This story has been really great so far. Mark Waid has a handle on these characters, and just looking at them in a different setting and a different time period is kind of giving this a fresh take. Really liking the lead up to World War II and the way these characters are dealing with it. This is definitely a stash. It's good stuff. You should be picking it up. It's really good. The art's fantastic. These covers are great as well. I can't say enough good things about it. We also picked up Coda number 7. This is a fantastic fantasy series from Boom Comics, written by Simon Spurrier. Really highly stylized art in this book. Really enjoyable stuff as well. I'm really liking it. On to some DC books. I picked up Batman Detective Comics. This is 993. 994 is going to mark the return of a better writer to this title. Robinson, yeah, you're doing okay. This Two-Face stuff doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah, if we weren't so close to 1,000, I probably would have dropped this title already. On to some more DC books. I don't read this book, but the B cover for Flash 59 was just so freaking epic. This manga style art, black and white. Absolutely love it. I had to pick it up. Bucket of disappointment from DC this week, because Heroes in Crisis number 3 is even worse than Heroes in Crisis number 2 was, and it makes me question whether or not I'm okay for liking the things that I like that Tom King writes. Was Vision really that good? What about Mr. Miracle? Was it really that good? Probably not. I'm probably just high as fuck. And another DC book that I won't read, but I picked up for the cover. This is the B cover to Wonder Woman 59. This Jenny Frison cover. That is just beautiful. Maybe I'll read it one day. Who knows? I'm not reading this run, so I've got really no interest in it. But that's a beautiful cover right there. One of my Marvel stack, which is a substantial stack. Go ahead and we'll take a look at Amazing Spider-Man number 10. Black Cat on the cover here. Stolen cover art. This is Roberto Ramos. Kind of cool stuff there. But I definitely preferred the J. Scott Campbell, Felicia Hardy cover here. Yeah, something about Felicia Hardy and J. Scott Campbell just comes together. And it really works. And it's working here. And I had to pick this up. Definitely gorgeous stuff there. In the running for my pick of the week is Daredevil number 612. This is the last issue of Charles Soule's Daredevil run. This is all about the death of Daredevil. How is he going to get away from all these villains that are trying to kill him? How is he going to get Fisk out of his position of power? How is it all going to tie up into a nice little bow? Well, it really doesn't, but at the same time it does, and it's a really fun story. I suggest you pick it up. The Noto art is fantastic, but I would be careful. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but a nice big old thumbprint on Daredevil's head right there. I gotta go get another copy of this because this is trash already. The best series to relaunch this year. It's Fantastic Four. Issue number 4 is fun as well. We finally get the Fantastic Four having a street level adventure in New York. This is good stuff. I really enjoyed it. I also picked up the Human Torch Scotty Young variant here. Love Scotty's art. Love the Human Torch. Love this book. Why would I not pick this up? Really great stuff, in my opinion. And tying right into that Fantastic Four story is the ultimate issue of Marvel 2-in-1. Marvel 2-in-1 was kind of the first book that put the Fantastic Four back together. I love what Zdarsky was doing with these characters, and I'm kind of sad to see it go. I do hope that we're going to get more development of these characters in the Fantastic Four title proper. But yeah, this was really fun and enjoyable, and I liked where they took these characters. And yeah, definitely a good run of 12 issues of a book worth picking up and investing the time into read. Marvel's got some really great events going on right now. Actually, they said going into Legacy they weren't going to do any more events, but there's like 5 events going on right now. One of those being Infinity Wars. You get these Infinity Warps issues. This is issue 2 of Iraq Knight. Probably my least favorite out of these Infinity Warps characters, but still really cool. The art was fantastic. Dennis Hopeless is writing this, and he's kind of hit or miss for me, but I'm digging it. So be sure to go pick it up. This is a good one. Probably the best of the Infinity Warps has been Weapon Hex. This is Weapon Hex issue number 2. We get a whole lot more Speed Weasel in here, which is fantastic and right up my alley. And the art in this book is just to die for. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's Sandoval's doing the art, and it's probably the prettiest book that came out this week, hands down. A new number 1 from Marvel. We get the first issue of Ironheart, Riri Williams' Ironheart. This was actually a really good number 1 issue. It's not a character that I'm too fond of, but I did enjoy what they did with her origin, tying that in, kind of giving her a place to start from here, and some base level hero problems the way that a Marvel hero should have them. So good stuff. I think we're going to see how it develops moving forward, but a really nice number 1 issue. Good place to jump on with the character as well. Kind of holds your hand through the introduction of her and whatever business she's had so far. So good stuff. I enjoyed it. Number 11 of 12 of Old Man Hawkeye. You got Baron Zemo on the cover here. This story is really great. Really enjoying it. This is kind of the prequel to Old Man Logan. Lets us know how Hawkeye got into the situation he was in when that story took place. And the art's fantastic. The story's really great, and it really captures this world of the Wasteland very well. Very highly recommend this title. Old Man Hawkeye's been great from start to almost finish. We'll see one more issue to see where it ends up, but I can't see me being disappointed in it overall. This is definitely a must-read. And speaking of Marvel events, got some X-Men related events here. The return of Wolverine. This has been a little bit lackluster in my opinion. I liked the art, and some of the story elements have been really good, but it's all together. I don't know where it's going. We'll have to wait and kind of see where it ends up. But Death of Wolverine, this is a cool cover. I really dug it. But I'm going to keep reading it and see where it goes because I'm a Wolverine fan. In the same vein, we've got Dead Man Logan, issue number 1. This is a 12-issue series. In this, he's told that he's got 12 months to live, so I'm pretty much hoping that each issue is 1 month in the life of Old Man Logan before his death. So he's going to hunt down Mysterio and try to kill him. He's going to get some help from Hawkeye. And Ed Brisson's kind of sprinkling some great things that happened throughout the Old Man Logan run. I'm really digging it. I thought Old Man Logan ended with a little bit of a whimper. Not really huge on where that story was going. But this is much better in my opinion, and making an effort to move in the right direction. Really dug this. And last but certainly not least is issue 3 of Uncanny X-Men. This is coming out at a weekly clip, and we're getting a whole lot of story, not a whole lot of explanation, and a whole lot of mystery being thrown at you by a whole lot of different mutants. We're figuring out what's going on with Jamie Madrox in this issue. We get a reintroduction to Legion in this issue. We also see the Horsemen of Salvation for the first time, and who knows what they're up to and who they're working for. Kind of weird stuff, but I'm really enjoying it. The art is fantastic. The banter between the characters is spot on. We're finally getting a really nice opportunity to see characters like Bishop and Iceman really fill out their roles in a way that they haven't in quite some time. And I'm really enjoying it, man. Uncanny X-Men, this is definitely a win for me. And in the same vein of that Uncanny X-Men, we got some X-Men variant covers. I picked up the one for the Fantastic Four. It's got a Maggot on there, and Marrow, as well as Cecilia. We got Wolverine and Storm on there. This is probably one of the least popular X-Men teams of all time, but hey, man, what are you going to do? It's pretty. Amazing Spider-Man brought back the new X-Men. Not the all-new X-Men, but the new X-Men run. And homage there. You got some White Queen. You get Zorn there. Dark Phoenix came back. Some really great stuff here. This is one of my favorite runs in the history of X-Men. I like the fact that they homaged on this cover here. Ghost Spider had the Philip Tan cover here, and it's not really one of my faves, but the way Wolverine looks on this cover, and you get a Long Shot and Dazzler on there too, so I'm interested in it. Pretty good stuff. Nothing really mind-blowing, but I enjoyed it. And as a completionist, I'm picking up the Black Panther #6 cover here, so this isn't really anything to write home about. Iceman looks pretty cool, but beyond that, this is the Age of Apocalypse team. I don't know. I'm thinking that's what it is. It's the Amazing X-Men from Age of Apocalypse, but I'm not 100%. I can only really go off of Storm's outfit there. And yeah, if I'm wrong about that, or you know any better, let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, that's about it. We did get a new Marvel previews this week. There's some cool stuff in here when I was flipping through that I was really excited about. We're getting some Savage Sword of Conan coming back. I'm super hyped for that. And there was a couple other things in here that I was really hyped for. Oh, we're getting another Avengers event, No Road Home, which is kind of in the same vein of No Surrender. We got the same font there on the title, and this is going to be about Voyager. She's coming back, so that's kind of cool to me, and we're getting some really great interior art previews on that. So that's got me excited. And on the back of this is probably the most exciting thing I've seen so far, and that's Guardians of the Galaxy #2, written by Donny Cates, is about a new Thanos. What? What's that about? I don't know, but I love Thanos, and I love Donny Cates, and I love Marvel Cosmics, so I really don't think we're going to be able to go wrong there. I think it's going to be pretty darn cool when we get through it. Let me move on to some shout-outs here before I get out of here. I know this is kind of a quick and dirty video. I want to make sure I get it up before I head out to work, but shout out to some of my brothers in the community. Shout out to Chad from the Comic Corps, and Seawater19 put together a really great video describing an Elseworld story from DC, kind of a new thing they're doing. Shout out to them for really inspiring me to get off my ass and make more videos. Another guy who's been inspiring me lately to do more videos is Comics with Bueller. Really great guy to hang out with on the Comic Corps. To talk to him in the off-air chats is always enlightening, and the guy's got a lot of great ideas and a fantastic channel. If you're not subscribed to Comics with Bueller, go and subscribe to Comics with Bueller, and you'll be happy that you did. Check out his coffee and comics videos on Mondays. Those are amazing. Also, shout out to my brothers, Blast It or Stash It crew. Paulie Midwest Comic Man just posted his own video on Comic Core about his birthday collecting project, which is where he's going to be collecting all the comics that were released in the month and year of his birth. It's like something like 180 books or something. It's absolutely ridiculous. And some of these things are a little older, smaller print runs, going to be really hard to find. So good luck to him with that. I took a look at my list, and geez, it's just not something that I feel like I'm ready to dig into just yet. But maybe if I start digging through some dollar books and pick a couple of these books out, I'll start sharing that experience with you guys as well. Also, shout out to Blaster Stash It Sunday nights on YouTube, 10 p.m. live. We review all these books. Me, Pocan Joe, Spectacular Spider Grandpa, Midwest Comic Man, and also Huey's Comics as well. We all get together, we shoot the shit, and we talk about these books, man. It's a good time. Sometimes we'll talk about movies or whatever, and then there's a guy who likes to yell about Funko Pops. What are you missing by not watching it? A whole lot, and you should be watching it, so check that out. Few more shout outs before I get out of here. I did pick up a lot from an auction that I was actually a seller on last week on All About Comics. Shout out to JP for letting me join that group, and also shout out to his brother from Comics and Cold Ones, Pope Grimy, who sold me this lot of 4 books right here. Really excited to have these. I picked up Eternals number 7. This is in really great shape. Just recently started collecting this Eternals run. It's not in my run so far, so I'm glad to have it. Logan's Run number 1. This is also in really great shape, especially for a white cover this age. Really cool stuff. Excited to have that in the collection. I only have the Thanos appearance with that issue number 2, but maybe Logan's Run will be something that I'm picking up going forward. Also sent me this beautiful Donny Cates signed Thanos Legacy. I don't have this variant, and I also didn't have it signed. So yeah, glad to pick this up and put this in my collection. Beautiful book here. And also, the reason I really started bidding on this lot is I never picked this up when it was available. I also didn't pick up issue number 2, but this book was recently recalled and is actually kind of picking up heat still, and that is Dead Rabbit number 1. So, Dead Rabbit number 1, thank you so much to Pope Grimy. These came in really, really well packed, and they're in great shape. And they came very timely as well. So shout out to Pope and JP and those guys over at Comics and Cold Ones. Be sure to check them out. Do they do Thursday nights? I think they do Thursday nights. So if you're watching this video today when I put it out, hey, check them out tonight. If that's wrong information, just check out their channels and you'll get the right information. I'm not the fucking yellow pages. Get off my back. Alright guys, well that's about all I have for you today. Be sure to check out all those channels I mentioned. Check the description for a link to Blast It or Stash It. Make sure you check us out on Sunday nights. Remember, collect what you love, share what you find. I'm Dru Manchu. I will see you guys next time.